Now, at that cut-off stage, you start looking at your receivables and they can't simply match whatever you had planned. So who will give you funding the fastest?
My name is Judy Kabechu, CEO and co-founder of Mukuli Foods. We are the snacking company specializing in coconut chips, cashew nuts, and we also do some bit of coconut oil.
We've been doing both 3 programs with USAID that had a funding aspect at the very end of it. So we knew something was happening at USAID, but I don't think anyone expected the cutoff. So when you receive the stop work order and you've had 6 months, 1 year, 2 years of due diligence, you start looking for funding. That's the worst way to look for funding, because funding needs money. And you're working with a time clock where either the money is drying up, or I actually don't have money for orders, or I'm doing orders, basically fulfilling half the orders that you have. So you have farmers who are complaining that you used to take this much, now you're doing maybe half or a quarter of it. You have customers that are not satisfied because your goods are either missing on the shelf, or you're also struggling with production. So, and you have to manage all of these stakeholders, which was not planned. And there was some money coming in, so there's some investment you also done elsewhere, waiting for whatever is supposed to be coming in. So, scrambling to get yourself together, I would not wish that on anyone. I think first things first, you start scrambling for anything and everything. You've worked for some projects, 6 months on the go. So you also have to start asking stuff. This was the direction we're taking. Now we have to cut this. We have to say it this way. Retailers don't pay us in cash. You paid after a period of time. So 30, 60 days, and sometimes even 90. So there's never a fixed way to get your credit in place. And there's no way in knowing that this retailer is either struggling and they might not pay me this month. So now at that cut-off stage, you start looking at your receivables and they can't simply match whatever you had planned. The next best thing, Shylocks and banks. So USAID or something else, because now you start looking for funding in other avenues. So who will give you funding the fastest? Because there's a cut-off order, but you have a business to run, so things just don't stop. So you start looking for funding elsewhere. So the next best person to give you funding would be a Shylock. No collateral, nothing. The interests are high, but there's some assurance that, yes, I'll get the money. Banks, on the other hand, that's another story.